So this is one of my favorite, my favorite Frog and Toad. We are reading out of Frog and Toad Are Friends. This is the first in the series by Arnold Lobel. He draws the pictures too. He did these in watercolor paints. It's good to see everybody. Hi, Noble. Hi, Reese. Hi, Delaney. Who else is here today? Jack? James? Gabby? Who's here? Who's reading along with Mary to Frog and Toad Are Friends? This is my favorite story of the Frog and Toad stories, and it's called A Swim. Toad and Frog went down to the river. "What a day for a swim," said Frog. "Yes," said Toad. "I will go behind these rocks and put on my bathing suit." "I don't wear a bathing suit," said Frog. "Well, I do," said Toad. "After I put on my bathing suit, you must not look at me until I get into the water." So they're just here talking to each other at the beginning of this story. "Why not?" asked Frog. "Because I look funny in my bathing suit. That is why," said Toad. Frog closed his eyes when Toad came out from behind the rocks. Toad was wearing his bathing suit. "Don't peek," he said. Frog and Toad jumped in the water. They swam all afternoon. Frog swam fast and made big splashes. Toad swam slowly and made smaller splashes. You know, the author is always showing us how very different these two friends are, right? Frog is fast and fun-loving and moving, and Toad is he's a little, I don't like to use the word grumpy, but he's a little slow and solid, and maybe thinks a lot about things that maybe he thinks aren't going to go so well. A turtle came along the riverbank. "Frog, tell that turtle to go away," said Toad. "I do not want him to see me in my bathing suit when I come out of the river." Frog swam over to the turtle. "Turtle," said Frog, "you will have to go away." "Why should I?" asked the turtle. "Because Toad thinks that he looks funny in his bathing suit, and he does not want you to see him," said Frog. There's Frog talking to a turtle. See, the turtle has a shell. Looks different from Frog. Some lizards were sitting nearby. "Does Toad really look funny in his bathing suit?" they asked. A snake crawled out of the grass. "If Toad looks funny in his bathing suit," said the snake, "then I, for one, want to see him." "We want to see him too," said two dragonflies. "Me too," said a field mouse. "I have not seen anything funny in a long time." So there are the lizards. They've come out. And there's the snake and the dragonflies and finally the little field mouse. And they all want to see Toad in his bathing suit. Frog swam back to Toad. "I am sorry, Toad," he said. "Everyone wants to see how you will look." "Then I will stay right here until they go away," said Toad. The turtle and the lizards and the snake and the dragonflies and the field mouse all sat on the riverbank. They waited for Toad to come out of the water. "Please," cried Frog, "please go away." But no one went away. Toad was getting colder and colder. He was beginning to shiver and sneeze. "I will have to come out of the water," said Toad. "I am catching a cold." You see, they're all just going to sit and wait for him to come out of the water. Toad climbed out of the water. The water dripped out of his bathing suit and down onto his feet. The turtle laughed. The lizards laughed. The snake laughed. The field mouse laughed. And Frog laughed. There they are, all laughing. And there he is in his bathing suit. There's Toad in his bathing suit. I love these beautiful pictures. "What are you laughing at, Frog?" said Toad. "I am laughing at you, Toad," said Frog, "because you do look funny in your bathing suit." "Of course I do," said Toad. Then he picked up his clothes and went home. That's the swim. Sometimes we look funny. Sometimes we look funny, and it's fun to laugh when things are funny. And that's what I love about this story. They're great friends. They're very different. And frogs and toads and animals in the wild don't usually wear bathing suits, do they? So it was funny that he had a bathing suit on. And this is the third story in Frog and Toad Are Friends. And there's one more. It's called The Letter. We'll do that one next.